All right, hey everyone. So here at CrossFit Sandpoint and the Marquardt Method, we're very focused on sustainability, long-term development, just healthy lifestyle habits and changes for the rest of your life and continual refinement. But let's be honest, it's the middle of July, it's summer, people want to get shredded and they want to do it now. So I'm going to go over three different things or three aspects of your life and how to change those in order to lose fat and as fast as possible without trying to kill yourself. First thing we're going to focus on is nutrition. So first, nutrition. This is for sure the most important. Quality nutritional plan is by far the most paramount thing to losing fat. So some guidelines here: high protein. High protein. So like 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's going to feel like a lot. It is what it is. But that's also partially to supplement the fact that we're going to go low carb. And that's going to be roughly like 60 to 80 grams carbs a day. That's going to feel probably really low. And this is again going to be determined a little bit by person, a little bit by body weight, a little bit by carbohydrate tolerance. We're talking in broad terms here, mostly universality. So this is going to be somewhere in that range. Some people are going to be closer to 100. Some people are going to be lower down by like, in the 50s. But these are good kind of things to focus on. If somebody comes to me and say, I got to lose fat in the next 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, these are going to be the things we're going to immediately try and dial in. To get these dialed, you're going to need a food scale, and you're going to need some sort of a food tracker like MyFitnessPal.com. That's a great one. You're going to need to be very regimented. You're going to need to be very specific and weigh, measure, time, get everything exactly as it should be to get exact numbers in here. The last thing I'll say on this is windows of food. So I think it's you can read my post on intermittent fasting and what I think about that on the Marquardt Method website. And I'm still kind of up in the air my overall opinion of it. What I do kind of like in this type of a setting is that it restricts your window of eating. So whether or not there's some incredible benefit to this intermittent fasting thing is one thing, but what I do like is that it's very black and white. If it's afternoon, you can eat, or if it's afternoon before 9 p.m., 8 or 9 p.m., you can eat. If it's not, then you can't, and that's going to restrict calories. It's going to help you make better decisions as far as that late night eating, and just overall, it's going to shorten that intake window and thereby lower your overall calories for the day. As far as workouts go, you're going to want to do compound, multi-joint, heavy lifts. So what does that mean? Like squats, deadlifts, presses. These are going to force your body to work harder, even without the muscle, the main muscle that you think of when you do that movement. It's going to make your body compensate for the fact that you're not using a machine. So basically, what you need to know here: no machines, just barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, free weights type stuff. For the reps, these need to be heavy too. I'm not going to even touch the fact about the high reps, low weight for toning thing. That's insane. Just take my word for it, please. I'm tired. I'm kind of tired of trying to explain that, discuss it. It's just that is so old. We've moved well past that now, I hope. So as far as reps, we're going to be talking in the 5 to 12 range, which I realize is a big range, but when as far as complexity of this, the more complex, or if we're talking squats, deadlifts, those types of things, then we're going to go lower. If we're talking shoulder presses, smaller, less muscles involved, we're probably going to be on the higher range here. So again, super high or super variable range, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then rest should be 30 to maybe upwards of a minute, but not, I would say that's going to be on the higher end. And you're gonna so the shorter the rest. So do your lifts here, the 5 to 12 reps, 30 seconds ish off, mostly to transition to the next exercise, which I'll talk about in a second. Get that out of the way. Go back to either the first one or go to your third one, which I just which I just touched on, is doing like mix it up or superset your work. So like do an A1. If you're here, if you're at the gym, you know what I'm talking about with this. A1, A2, A3. So like squat, bench, pull up or something like that. So then you can do, you'll end up doing 3 sets of this 3 times. The squat like, 5 to 7. Maybe the bench would be like 10 to 12. Pull up would be like, 8 to 10. Somewhere of those things. But that way you can go squat for 5 to 7, you'll go bench 10 to 12, you'll go pull up for 8 to 10. Squat 5 to 7, bench 10 to 12, pull up 8 to 10. And this will be your rest 30 to 45 seconds here. So that way you're, when you move from squat to bench, you're giving your legs a break, but you're still within this short rest period. So you're forcing your body to do work into that short rest, but you're giving your legs a break. You're doing your pushing movement here, you're doing a pulling movement for the next one. You go back, your legs are fresh, but you're still, like I said, working in this short rest periods, continual movement type of a thing. The workout, the last thing I'll say about this is trying to work out if you're gonna do this window of eating thing, work out fasted. And this would be, and it should note too, that I didn't really touch on this, but it should be noted that this is all strength work. This is going to be the stuff that forces your body to work long after you are done in the gym. So without going into the cardio versus weights thing, the most important thing here is to know that your body's going to be forced to work on repairing the stuff that you're doing during your strength work for 2, 3, 4 even days after you're done with it. Whereas most cardio, like if you go for a run, your body's just going to have to work while you're doing the running, not post. So strength work's paramount for the workouts. And the last thing, so working out fasted, if you're doing this at the end of this window, so say you're working out, your not eating window is from 9 p.m. to noon, then you're going to try and work out at like 11. So that way all of your stores are probably, not all of, but a lot of your stores are gone, or your immediately available stored stuff's gone, so you're going to be working off of stored fat. This is going to be really hard for intense stuff, which is again why I recommend strength, but that's a good idea here. So last thing is going to be lifestyle stuff. So, oops, that's an arrow. Sleep, more sleep, less stress, less alcohol, alcohol. Those are very just succinct way to kind of talk about just overall health, wellness. They may not be the most attractive options for people necessarily, but sleep's when your body's going to recover. Stress is something that's going to increase your stored body fat just based on hormones and the stress response that your body's going to go through. And alcohol is just super cheap, empty calories. By the way, I'm not anti-alcohol necessarily, so don't call me out on that if you see me having a beer somewhere. Just saying that if you are trying to lose as much fat as you can in a short amount of time, getting rid of alcohol is going to be one of the first things that you need to do. If you are using a MyFitnessPal for a tracker, you're going to recognize how many calories you're taking in by drinking alcohol. Not to mention the stress that's going to put your body under. Not to mention the poor sleep that it's going to put your body under. Not to mention the level of other stress that you're going to put your body under by using alcohol. So yeah, there's a quick 3-prong. So nutrition, workouts, lifestyle. Those are the 3 things, that you need to really focus on if you're trying to shed fat. Again, not probably sustainable. Most of this stuff, these are certainly sustainable, but if you're going to try and, if you work into these, but if you try and dive into this tomorrow and do this under 4 weeks, this is probably going to be tough on you. But yeah, it'll be effective. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, kenny@crossfitsamepoint.com. Thanks.